everyone, I am Charlie Matthews and welcome back to another episode of Charlie Reviews, where I, obviously, review games. Yeah guys, I just kinda randomly woke up in the normal room where I make videos, so I guess I just have to make this episode. Basically, a lot of personal life stuff has happened. I recently got ill and stuff, and we had to take a bunch of tests, but it's all been resolved now, but kind of forgot to make a video. I don't really know what game to review. Guess I should just look through my game library and see what comes up. What to review? Maybe Little Nightmares 2? Oh no, you doof, you've already reviewed that game. That statue is pretty cool though. Still love that thing. Maybe my art book collection? Oh no, those aren't games. Oh, maybe my Oddworld game collection? That could work. Okay, we have Oddworld New and Tasty here. Maybe another day. What's under here? Oddworld Stranger's Wrath? Haven't beat that yet. Well, I guess the last game here to review then is Oddworld Munchs Oddysee! Yes! A perfect match! I mean, considering the Oddworld Soulstorm Enhanced Edition is coming out soon, and because I got this for my last birthday and it was my birthday recently, yes, I'm now 13, and, because I beat this a few days ago, it's a perfect match. Okay guys, I'm going to review Oddworld Munchs Oddysee. It's probably going to take me a bit to write the script, but I have finally found my game. So guys, without further ado, let's review Oddworld Munchs Oddysee. And finish. Well then, time to start the review. Story. Munchs Oddysee starts with Abe. From past Oddworld games, Oddworld Abe's Oddysee and Oddworld Abe's Exodus. Look, basically there's this whole complicated quintology that was gonna happen, but basically Abe's Oddysee and Abe's Exodus and Munchs Oddysee aren't canon anymore, and they recently remastered Abe's Oddysee and Abe's Exodus to start the new canon quintology. Anyway, Munchs Oddysee starts with Abe, who is talking to the Great Raisin. Yes, that's his real canonical name. And then the Great Raisin tells Abe that a gabbit, some weird fish-like species in Oddworld, named Munch, is now the last of his kind and has been kidnapped and taken to Viker's labs, where he is being tested on, and that Abe should save him. So then, Abe goes off and into the wild to try and do exactly that. Meanwhile, in Viker's labs, though, Munch has already escaped by using the sonar that was tested on and screwed into his head by the Vikers. Ironic. Abe eventually gets to Viker's labs, that is, in the sky? Okay. With that problem, Abe is launched up there until he hits a metal pole attached to Viker's labs, and then Munch comes flying out the trash chute that he escaped out of and right onto Abe's head, causing both of them to fall. The both of them fall to the ground, and they soon team up and, after killing some sligs, weird police-like enemies around Oddworld, get to Slog Hut 1027. After getting out of the Slog Hut, the duo get to the Mudokon Fortress, where some of Abe's kind is hiding from the Sligs. Once Abe stops the Sligs from trying to infiltrate the Mudokon Fortress, they get to the next Slog Hut. After getting out of that Slog Hut, Abe and Munch return to the Great Raisin, who now tells them that they must go back to Viker's labs to save the last unborn eggs of Abe's kind from going into slavery, and the last eggs of Munch's kind from getting eaten. Thing is, though, Abe and Munch will need Lulu, a poor gluckon, the very rich people, well, usually in Oddworld, to raise a foundation to help Lulu out and pay to get to Vickers Labs. So, Abe and Munch first go to raise the foundation at a gluckon's meat ranch. Meep are pretty much just Oddworld sheeps. And they lead Meep out to infiltrate a large tunnel leading to the office, and Abe, using his possession powers, oh, yeah, he has those, possesses the gluckon and makes him donate all his money to the Lulu Fund. It's not yet enough, though, to get to Vickers Labs, so Abe and Munch go to more places with gluckons to donate. Next, they go to a place where a gluckon has turned a windmill into a brewery. So, after repairing the mills and freeing the slaves, Abe possesses the gluckon and donates again. Somehow, though, it's still not enough. Geez, aren't they donating all of their money? So, after a bunch of other glucks force donating, Abe and Munch manage to get into Vickers Labs, where the Mudokon eggs are being held and the Gabbit eggs. After going through places in Vickers Labs and saving a bunch of Mudokon eggs, Abe and Munch finally get to saving the Gabbit eggs. Abe possesses Lulu at an auction he's at, where they're selling the last can of Gabbit eggs. Abe eventually wins, and they finally get the Gabbit eggs, and just to top it off, blow up Vickers Labs to stop them. And that's when Oddworld, Munch's Oddysee comes to an end. Gameplay. Unlike other Oddworld games, like Abe's Oddysee and Abe's Exodus, which are in a 2.5D style, Munch's Oddysee is actually a 3D game, which I actually think works really well, and also we have some new gameplay put into the mix. Now, there is the usual, mostly with Abe, you can possess, where you can take control of a different character, mainly enemies, around the level to try and solve puzzles, which was in the other games. Once you get Mudokons, you can tell them to fight back now, which is a little bit of something new for Abe, but other than that, you can just tell them to work, follow, and stay with you like the other games. Where the new stuff really comes in, though, is when you play as Munch. You see, since Munch has a sonar in his head, he can find nearby fuzzles and other things to either rescue or use to solve puzzles. He can also use wheelchairs to get around faster, snooze bots, stunning bots to stun enemies, and cranes so you can drop bombs on enemies and even pick up Abe to take him to higher places. He can also be the only character that can swim, so he can reach a lot of inaccessible areas. One thing that both characters can do, though, is drink out of these weird vending machines around the levels to get certain abilities to solve puzzles. The gameplay here is pretty good most of the time, but there is also a bad part to it. You see, I found that the gameplay in Munch's Oddysee, although very fun at the beginning, can become very repetitive, fast, and I mean fast. I mean, in about the first 30 minutes of gameplay, it already got repetitive for me, and didn't really feel very achieving as well. Accidentally killed a Mudokon you were trying to save? Just go back up to a portal to revive it. Kill a Slig you are possessing while trying to kill other Sligs? Just call more security until all the enemies are dead. It's really repetitive and can feel boring and sometimes just flat at times. Features. We're nearing close to the verdict. Are the features better though? Oh yeah, they are. The visuals, especially for an Oddworld game, Soulstorm aside, is really good and I think fits Oddworld completely. The outside environments I found to be the best in this, which is rare because usually I end up liking industrial environments in games, but I found the outside places to be really cool environments in this one. Speaking of environments, the music in this game really fits them. They're so ambient and sometimes even slap. I mean, just listen to this one. So epic. You know, even though the gameplay kinda sucks sometimes, the environments in this are definitely some of the best in the Oddworld franchise, Soulstorm aside. So guys, here we are, finally, with the verdict. Oddworld Munchs Oddysee is a game with unfortunate gameplay, sadly, but really good environments and really epic music. So guys, with that, I rate Oddworld Munchs Oddysee a 4 out of 10, with 6 points being taken off because of it usually consisting of boring and repetitive gameplay, but the environment and music really slap. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my first ever Oddworld game review. Now, before you ask, yes, I will also be reviewing the other Oddworld games. You know, the ones like New and Tasty, and Soulstorm and Stranger's Wrath. Once I get to beating Stranger's Wrath. But yeah, so I will be reviewing the other Oddworld games a while in the future, at least at the moment, because the story parts are so long, and usually the story parts take so long to edit for me, and it just takes so long, and sometimes it's even the reason that some of my episodes get delayed. But yeah, I am basically, in other words guys, the Oddworld games will be reviewed in the future, eventually. And probably once I've beaten Stranger's Wrath. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Charlie Matthews channel if you want to see more Charlie Reviews episodes or any of my other content. So, for now, just remember that I am Charlie Matthews, peacing out. Bye! Right. Video finally finished. Now we just gotta edit this. So you finally finished the video. Yes, I finally finished that video you've been pestering me to finish. Now can you leave my house? No, you know I can't leave yet. Don't you see? The time of Zen is upon us. Okay, seriously, what are you talking about? You need to get out. But the time of Zen. Come on now, man. Don't make me. Fine, I'll leave by tomorrow. Jesus Christ, fine, I'll leave now.